It's Thursday. That's right. We made it to Thursday. Thursday evening, Thursday, April 11, 2019. Happy birthday, Emma. Alrighty. Happy birthday to everyone that has a birthday today. And it's Thursday. And Thursday we're talking about, that's right, leadership. It's Let's Have a Chat, Leadership Edition. That's what we're talking about on Thursdays. We talk about leadership. Last week was leadership and accountability. Great episode. Got a lot off my chest, which is pretty cool. Just need to comb my hair. There we go. It works. All right. Yeah, that's coming off. Got a lot off my chest because it really, truly is personal accountability, because people are quick to hold others accountable, but they themselves refuse to see the long line, their long history of unable to do that, not to refuse or to reject, or because they think, or because they believe, one, they're in their family structure, where they are in the organization structure, what they bring to the organization. I see this a lot in when they're brought in and they're given they're given the idea or the connotation of or that they've been led to believe that, hey, you need to save this organization, and that's why we're bringing you in. I had a micromanager like that. Somebody somewhere up there told him one time, hey, we're sending you down there to save the place, so save it. So accountability went out the window for him. He was holding everybody else accountable, everyone but himself, and that became his downfall, because again, he was holding everybody accountable except for himself, and that's what led to his downfall. His name was mentioned in a public forum, and that pretty much is when you're doing the job that you're doing, and you have your name mentioned in a public forum as somebody to look out for, or look at, or pay attention to, and not in a positive way. Guess what? That's your ticket. You just punched your ticket out of there. So it happens, folks. It happens. So that's what I'm saying about accountability right now. Next, so today it's about respect. Leadership and respect. And folks, those two things go hand in hand. Whether you want to admit it or not, it goes hand in hand. And guess what? Respect, again, whether you want to admit it or not, is a two-way street. Is a two-way street. And guess what? It goes both ways. But somebody has to be the first one. So if somebody's raised to respect others and to be nice and to play nice up until, it's time to no longer play nice, well, that's fine. That's great. Kudos to you. Kudos to your parents. Kudos to whoever raised you, because they raised you the right way. But if you're one of those that has to say, well, I'm the oldest, or I'm this in the family structure, or I'm this in the organizational structure, and there we go again, because it kind of repeats itself. It sets itself up for failure across the board. Well, if you're one of those individuals and that you demand respect, you're the wrong individual to get it, because for one, you don't know how to give it. If all you know how to do is demand respect, they're appeasing you. They're not really respecting you. Know that. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, if you demand respect and they're giving you what you demanded, guess what? They're not respecting you. They're appeasing you just to shut your mouth. And that's the way it works. You have to give respect, and especially in leadership positions, you have to give that respect first. If you are not prepared to give that respect, and guess what? Respect is 24/7, 365, all the time, all day long. You can't pick and choose when you're going to be respectful. You're going to be respectful. And then you'll be respected. And that's the way it goes. But there's way too many individuals out there that have a false sense of what respect is. And the one that chaps my hide, and the one that I could just wish I could just, sometimes just, but, I'm not advocating violence, but at some point, somebody's got to get the nonsense beat into their head. And it's just that simple. And the one line that gets me is respect your elders. He has no respect for his elders, or, hey, respect your elders. Guess what? It's still a two-way street. It's still a two-way street. You can't agitate the group, and then when the group decides they're going to turn on you, oh, no, respect your elders. Don't do that. Respect me. I'm this person, or I'm that person. It doesn't work that way. Respect is given only when it's earned. And how do you earn respect? How do you, as a leader, earn respect? You have to give respect first. So be respectful of others. Give others respect. And no, there's no two ways around it. If somebody didn't teach you that on the way up, you're in the wrong field. You had bad managers. I'm telling you now, you didn't have bad leaders. There's no such thing as a bad leader. There's leaders and there's good leaders. There's great leaders. There's no such thing as a bad leader, because they don't get the title of leaders unless they're doing something good. So there are no bad leaders. There's bad managers, bad individuals, but in leaders and leadership, there are no bad leaders. Remember that. They put you there. They can take you down. They can, and that's what happened to Brad. I'll call him Brad. That's what happened to Brad. He came in all cocky and out of control because he was there to save us all, and he couldn't even save himself. So folks, it does happen. It does happen. So remember, when the time comes and it's time to be respectful first. Put that hand out first. Be respectful. Now, if you put that hand out first, or you're respectful first, and they bite you, they nip at your hand, they don't respect you, well, guess what? Now, I'm not saying you give exactly what they gave you. No, you can't show them that side of you. It's up to you. All I'm saying is back away. Stop dealing with those individuals that refuse to respect you because they see themselves in a hierarchical structure, or they see themselves as, well, I have a degree, you don't have a degree, and there's a lot of that going around. That's nonsense. It's complete, utter nonsense. Everybody's the same. Everybody's taking different paths, and guess what? Everybody deserves the respect. So prior to you getting a degree, were you respecting that individual, or were you just appeasing them? Because now it looks like you're demanding that respect. See what's going to happen? It will happen. So folks, as leaders, you have to give that respect. It's not negotiable. I've said it again. I will say it again. I've said it before. I'll say it now. I will say it again. You have to give it first. You have to be the first one to give. And it doesn't matter who you are. I could not care any more less than I already do, because I don't care who you are. You have to give respect first. And if you don't like it, well, then don't be expecting respect in return, because it's not done that way. Folks, it's Thursday, April 11, 2019. I'm Dave Guerra. This is Let's Have a Chat Leadership Edition for Thursday. Have a good rest of your evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll wrap it up with Forbes Friday. We'll wrap up the week with Forbes Friday. And until then, have a great evening and get out there. Go respect somebody. You know what? No, respect yourself. You can do that.